Oil prices were booming only 6 weeks ago, but the numbers have since taken a dive. Western Texas Intermediate is fighting to avoid a 13th straight losing session, while Western Canada Select plunged below $16 US a barrel. Joining me for a look at what is dragging down these numbers is BNN Bloomberg's Andrew Bell. Andy, why are we seeing such a steep decline?
To some extent, nobody knows nothing, because only a few weeks ago, analysts were saying, oh, $100 oil is in the cards, and now we're looking at $55.
Wow.
Partly it's Mr. Trump blinked on the sanctions he imposed on Iran. He gave a whole bunch of countries wiggle room. They could go on bringing in oil from the Tehran regime. So that leaves a whole bunch of Iranian oil on the market, and that wasn't expected. Also, there's a feeling, though, that the world may be headed to an economic slowdown. And there's signs that the American economy has been overheating, believe it or not. For example, a big maker of pre-wrapped sandwiches, premium brands, a Canadian company, they make specialty meats and stuff, yesterday reported weak numbers saying we can't get labor in the United States. So it could be the remorseless economic cycle is beginning to turn down. But probably the big reason is just too much supply. In anticipation of Iranian oil getting kicked off the market, the Saudis, the Russians cranked up the production.
Are we feeling this in Canada? Because I remember when Prime Minister Stephen Harper referred to Canada as a natural resource superpower.
Yeah.
And if this natural resource on which we depend so much is tanking, what does that do to the rest of the economy?
I mean, if you're trying to sell Western Canadian heavy oil on the open market right now, you're going to be getting less than $16. Now, not all of the Western Canadian oil is sold at that lousy price. Companies that managed to sew up pipelines, perhaps were far-sighted enough, or got it onto trains, they're getting more if they can get it down to the Texas Gulf Coast. But the local price, less than $16. That's the worst since 2016, when oil prices collapsed, North American prices below $30. So a lot of frustration in Alberta right now.
Well, listen, we appreciate that BNN Bloomberg is going to be following this. Something tells me this narrative is going to be going up and down all day long.
We have a whole bunch of oil execs today, including the boss of Cenovus Energy. And they yesterday added to the chorus calling for Alberta to mandate a cut in production in the province to stop giving the darn stuff away.
Sure. Andy, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks very much, Ben.